In a fiery Florida primary, Representative Matt Gaetz solidified his standing as a key conservative figure, overcoming a significant challenge backed by former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The race, held in Florida's 1st Congressional District, saw Gaetz defeating retired Navy pilot Aaron Dimmock, despite a heavy investment from McCarthy's allies, who poured in millions for attack ads. Gaetz, known for his staunch conservative views and close ties with former President Donald Trump, outmaneuvered Dimmock, labeling him as a liberal in disguise due to his previous work in diversity training. Gaetz's victory is a setback for McCarthy's so-called revenge tour, which aimed to unseat Republicans who helped remove him from the speakership last year. Despite a high-profile spend of $3.5 million by the Florida Patriots PAC, a super PAC aligned with McCarthy, Gaetz's success was bolstered by Trump's endorsement and his own vigorous campaigning across the district. This primary win not only cements Gaetz's place in Congress, but also fuels speculation about his potential run for Florida governor in 2026, as Governor Ron DeSantis will be term-limited. McCarthy's campaign against Gaetz and other far-right Republicans has largely fallen short, managing to unseat only one, House Freedom Caucus Chair Bob Good. Other targets like Reps. Nancy Mace and Eli Crane also survived their primary challenges. McCarthy's efforts seem to have had little impact on Gaetz, with sources close to him suggesting that McCarthy's moves only embolden him further. The bitter rivalry between Gaetz and McCarthy was highlighted during the recent Republican National Convention, where Gaetz interrupted McCarthy's interview to tell him he would be booed off if he took the stage. In response, McCarthy dismissed Gaetz as unhinged, pointing to ongoing ethics investigations against him. However, these attempts to undermine Gaetz have yet to threaten his robust support base. In parallel, the Florida primaries also teed up a potential close contest for the U.S. Senate seat, with incumbent Senator Rick Scott facing Democratic challenger Debbie Mucarsel-Powell. Florida, a state that has increasingly leaned right, could still pose a challenge for Republicans, given Scott's controversial proposals and the nation's divided stance on abortion rights. Scott, who has a history of narrow election wins, must navigate criticism stemming from his Rescue America plan and his stance on the state's 6-week abortion ban. Despite Democrats' hopes for a competitive race, forecasts still favor Scott to retain his seat by a substantial margin. Meanwhile, the broader backdrop of Republican primaries, especially in Alaska and Wyoming, continues to shape the battle for control of Congress. In Alaska, Representative Mary Sattler Peltola, a Democrat, aims to keep her seat blue in a state dominated by Republican presidential wins. In Florida, Democrat Whitney Fox is set to challenge incumbent Rep. Anna Paulina Luna, a strong Trump ally, in another key race. Finally, Governor Ron DeSantis faced setbacks as several school board candidates he backed lost their races, a departure from his previous success in flipping school boards to conservative control. These elections reflect the dynamic and often contentious nature of American politics, where the fight for traditional values and personal responsibility continues to be a central theme.